Archaeology is a useful skill that will give you access to powerful passive skilling and combat relic powers. If you're new to this skill or find yourself in need of help, you've come to the right place, as this guide will help you on your journey to level 99 and beyond. Whenever you're ready, grab your cup of tea and let's get digging. Archaeology training involves excavating at designated hotspots where you use your mattock to unearth materials and soil, gaining valuable experience in the process. As you dig, a blue progress bar above your character's head will fill up. Each time it fully completes, you'll discover a damaged artifact. These artifacts can then be restored at any archaeologist's workbench using archaeology materials, yielding significant experience. This restoration process is key to maximizing your hourly gains. Now, it isn't unusual for you to find more artifacts than materials needed to restore them. In fact, this is guaranteed to happen during the leveling process. To gather additional materials, you have several options. You can continue excavating. You can buy materials on the Grand Exchange, with the exception of Ironman accounts. You can screen soil at the Archaeology campus for modest experience gains but a chance of getting materials, or you can excavate material caches for those specific materials but no artifacts at all. For efficient progression, buying materials on the Grand Exchange is recommended. Ironman players who cannot trade must, however, rely on other methods. Each type of debris typically has 3 excavation hotspots. During the excavation process, you'll notice a blue time sprite moving between these hotspots. Aligning your digging with the sprite's location grants a sprite focus boost, enhancing your experience and artifact acquisition rates. These benefits become better and better as your skill level increases. Restored artifacts can be submitted for collection logs at various NPCs throughout Runescape, including Volusia at the campus. This yields chronodes and specific items tied to relic powers based on the NPC and collection log completed. Furthermore, completing collection logs is essential for advancing your qualification level in Archaeology. Higher ranks will unlock many Archaeology buffs, upgrades, and more slots for your research team. There's an assistant, associate, professor, and guildmaster qualification. More on these during the leveling process. The majority of the Archaeology skill involves you training at the highest level excavation hotspot you have access to. Exceptions to this rule include staying at a lower level hotspot to complete a specific collection log or Archaeology mystery, which are the skill's mini-quests. Mysteries are generally completed by interacting with objects inside digsite, completing research and puzzles, and/or collecting pages. Some mysteries must be completed to gain access to deeper areas of a digsite. Those mandatory mysteries will be covered as part of this guide. While leveling, I would kindly remind you to upgrade your mattock as you go, and after the assistant qualification at level 40, sending out your research team as often as you can for extra experience and/or mystery progression. If your goal is to gain more experience per hour, perhaps consider using some of the following general XP boosts. In addition to general XP boosts, there are a large amount of other useful items and boosts that I suggest looking up on the official wiki if interested. Some of these will be mentioned throughout the guide at the point which you can unlock them. One thing I think is essential to mention are the signs of the porter. These items are created using divination energy and necklaces and will automatically send materials gathered to your material storage. These are definitely worth using, and if you have the money, charging up a Grace of the Elves with a bunch of these will make Archaeology very AFKable. Archaeology training is started by completing the skills tutorial. Speak to acting Guildmaster Reiniger at the Archaeology campus to get started. For those unfamiliar with the campus's location, it's a short walk east from the city of Varrock. Upon completing the tutorial, which will teach you the basics, you'll be level 5 Archaeology. At this point, you'll be an intern and have access to a permanent teleport to the Archaeology campus, being the Archaeology Journal. This is also your main way of tracking your progress. Levels 5 to 12 Archaeology, you're going to be training at the Hallowed digsite. Head over to the Archaeology campus by using your Archaeology Journal teleport. Walk over to the Archaeology Guild, go inside and use the map and teleport to the Hallowed digsite, the one with the Zerosian symbol. Once arrived, you're going to want to speak to the digsite manager, being Dr. Nabanek. He will introduce you to the digsite before you can get started. This is something you're going to be doing at every single new dig site you discover. After the conversation has ended, head over to the dig site and start digging or excavating the Venator remains. As a reminder, you're able to repair these using the materials you get at an archaeologist's workbench. Once you hit level 10, don't forget to upgrade your mattock as you've hit a new threshold. You can buy these at the Archaeology Guild. Once you hit level 12, you can start the Breaking the Seal mystery by interacting with the dirt wall blocking the main fortress. Go ahead and speak to Dr. Nabanik after having done so. Next, you're going to want to dig and reveal the entire dirt bit until you see a purple barrier. Once you've done that, go back to Dr. Nabanik and speak to him again to get a Centurion seal. Once you've restored the seal, you'll be able to go inside the barrier into the main fortress. This will give you access to many more leveling locations, and congratulations on completing your first mystery. Levels 12 to 17 and 17 to 20, you'll be training inside the Carrot digsite. This will be on the level 12 Legionary mains and then on the level 17 Caster debris. The map on screen will show you exactly where to go. While digging, you have a chance to find essential pages for the next mystery, being the Prison Break mystery. For this mystery, you must collect 4 custodian log pages before moving to the next step. All mystery pages can be right-click transcribed to add them to your archaeology journal, which you can use to track your mystery's progress. Now, you'll be back at this dig site at level 25, so don't worry if you haven't gotten all the pages just yet. I am, however, going to explain how to solve this mystery. Once you have all 4 custodian log pages, speak to the NPC called Liam near the prison door. He will give you a Carrot prison dial. Use this dial on the broken dial, which is the 3rd circle down on the right side of the door. After having done so, use the correct prison key order to open up the prison. The order is Shadow, Blood, Smoke, and then finally Ice. Doing so will unlock the prison area, which you're going to return to at level 47 and 58 Archaeology. At level 20, we're going to go ahead and return to the Archaeology Guild. Since you're here anyway, go ahead and get yourself a steel mattock and add it to your tool belt. Next, we're going to teleport to a brand new dig site, being the Infernal Source, by using the map. Once arrived, just like the previous dig site, go ahead and speak to the manager, in this case Movario. Once you've done that, use the lift and go down to the Star Lodge cellar. You're going to be training on the Lodge Bar storage hotspots, which will give you Founder's Journal pages, which you'll need for the next mystery to unlock another part of this dig site. Now, you can do this before you start the mystery at level 24 Archaeology, but go ahead and interact with the gutted fireplace in this cellar to get started. You'll notice that the fireplace only has a single crest. You need to find and add 3 restored crests of Dagon to complete this mystery. Start by searching all the crates to gain a single restored and broken crest of Dagon. The 3rd one has to be excavated from the level 24 Lodge Art Storage hotspot. Once you know you have all 4 Founder's Journal pages and 3 restored crests of Dagon, interact with the fireplace and place them on it. Then click it once more to go down a passage, which unlocks the Dungeon of Disorder part of the Infernal Source. And of course completes the mystery. Starting at level 25 Archaeology, you're going to head back to the main fortress of the Carrot dig site and start excavating at the Administratum debris. You'll be staying here until level 29 Archaeology. Note that this spot will give you pages for the Prison Break mystery, as mentioned earlier. Levels 29 to 42, you're going to be excavating in the Infernal Source dig site. If you're not able to go down the fireplace to access the Dungeon of Disorder, please refer back to the Eyes in Their Stars mystery covered earlier. You'll start by excavating at the Cultist Footlocker at level 29 and then continue on the Sacrificial Altar at level 36. Both of these spots will give you Cultist Diary pages, which you need to completely embrace the Chaos mystery. This mystery is required to access a deeper section of this dig site. If you want to increase your odds of getting lore pages, you can use a Lorehound pet with the Lore Helper ability unlocked. The Embrace the Chaos mystery can be started after you've found all 4 Cultist Diary pages. Proceed by heading to the room north of the level 29 spots and going inside and finding yourself some candles and chalk by searching the area. Use this to repair the ritual circle in the center of the room and to replace all 3 red candles. Then light each candle. You will now have to chant over each candle. Before you can do this, read every journal page you've found. If you've transcribed your pages, check them in your journal. The correct chants for each candle based on their position is on screen now. After having done so and choosing the correct options, a portal to the source will open. This is that deeper section of the Infernal Source dig site. Once you've hit level 40 Archaeology, you're able to get the Assistant qualification. If you've hit the following requirements, you can speak to Acting Guildmaster Reiniger in the Archaeology Guild. He will then give you access to more reward shop items, including precision and capacity upgrades. If you're missing the artifact Find and Restore count, go back to the level 5 spot in Carrot to quickly increase the number you have. Reaching the Assistant qualification will also unlock the Research Team mechanic. The research team is located on the southern side of the campus. You're able to send out a team of researchers at the cost of chronotes obtained from completing collection logs. After a certain amount of time, they will return, for which you'll receive a message in your chat box. The team will return with materials and occasionally damaged artifacts. You're able to speed up or increase results by mixing and matching and making your own dream team of researchers. For more information on how to unlock specific team members, I suggest looking at the wiki page linked in the video's description. Now, during the archaeology leveling process and in this guide, you'll occasionally receive special research by interacting with certain elements or searchables in the environment. Doing this is occasionally a requirement to complete a mystery or to access a deeper section of a dig site. At level 42, you gain access to a brand new dig site, being the Everlight dig site. Use your Archaeology Guild's map to teleport there and start by speaking to Vaneskala Drakan, who is the site manager. From levels 42 to 45 Archaeology, you're going to be excavating on the Protomoid remains. You'll be able to find items for two mysteries, being Queen's Journal pages and the Icene remains. If you bury a restored frying pan and the Icene remains in the empty grave shown on screen now, you'll be able to complete the Fallen Angels mystery. Levels 45 to 47 Archaeology, you're going to be training on Dis Dungeon debris in the Infernal Source dig site. Levels 47 to 48 Archaeology, you're going to be training the Caraded dig site inside the prison. This requires the prison break mystery covered earlier in this guide. Now, you're going to want to keep and restore one of those Legatus Pendants artifacts you're going to find here and then add it to your tool belt, as this item can be used to cross the barrier located on the other side of the prison for a level 58 section. At level 47, you're also able to complete another mystery called Time Served. Excavate the Presidio remains until you get an ancient timepiece. Restoring this artifact will give you a restored ancient timepiece. Use that timepiece on the ancient mechanism and soul controller to the north to unlock a door. This will give you access to a door and another section used for future mysteries. For the next 10 levels, you're going to be excavating at the Everlight dig site. Levels 48 to 51, you're going to be going on the Monseros remains. Levels 51 to 56, you're going to be excavating at the amphitheater debris. And finally, level 56 to 58, you're going to be excavating at the ceramic studio debris. Levels 58 to 60 Archaeology, you're going to be excavating in the Caraded prison. You'll be excavating at the Carcerem debris behind the barrier, which does require a restored Legatus Pendant. If you don't yet have this, go back to the level 47 spot, excavate it, restore it, add it to your tool belt, and then cross the barrier to the level 58 spot. While excavating here, you're also going to want to save a single Pontifex ring, restore it, and add it to your tool belt, as this will give you access to the barrier near the chapel. At level 60, you unlock an additional dig site, being the Centistan dig site. Unlike other dig sites, this dig site only has some mid-level spots. Once you get there, make sure to speak to the dig site manager first. Between levels 60 and 61, you'll be excavating at the ministry remains inside the cathedral. This and pretty much every other spot at the Centistan dig site will have pages for mysteries. While excavating, you'll find ancient glass shards. 100 of these can be used to repair a broken window inside the cathedral. Repairing all will give you an achievement. While digging here, I suggest you keep one spare urn artifact of each type to unlock the full dig site later. Levels 61 to 62, you're going to be excavating stadio debris inside the Everlight dig site. This location will give you pages for the Fall and Rise mystery. From levels 62 to 63, you'll be digging at the cathedral debris in the Centistan dig site. You'll find pages for two mysteries here, being the Night Theater and Secrets of Inquisition mystery. Make sure to save a single urn of smoke for a later mystery. At level 63 Archaeology, you'll be excavating in the Marketplace debris. Make sure you save at least one urn of ice for a later mystery. Now, an easy way of getting here is by using the Karapak boss portal and then heading north. For players that don't have access to the portal, running there may be dangerous due to the enemies. The Shard of Erebus, obtained from the Battle of the Monolith quest, will de-aggro the mobs inside. While this isn't a very important mystery to unlock a part of the dig site, at level 63 you can also study a desk in the southern side of the front for a badly written message. This will give you a special research mission you have to send your team out to complete to gain another page for the Empty Children mystery. Levels 64 to 65 Archaeology, you're going to be training on the Inquisitor remains. You'll be able to gain pages for two mysteries here, being the Secrets of Inquisition, the most important one, and the Night Theater mystery. Between levels 65 and 66, we'll be returning to the Infernal Source for a single level. Note that you'll be easily able to get here when going down the lift by choosing the third option to the Vestibule Futility. Then simply walk there as seen. Levels 66 to 67, you'll be digging at the Gladiator remains in the Centistan dig site. These are hidden away in a non-combat version of the Karapak boss arena. To access it, simply right-click the gate and enter non-combat. You'll find the Gladiator remains here, and make sure you save one urn of blood for a later mystery. You can also find a page for the Empty Children mystery here. Once you reach level 67, you might have noticed two things. One, you're not able to access the level 67 citizen remains at the Centist and Digsite as they're locked behind some scaffolding. And two, for those trying to complete the Night Theatre mystery, you aren't able to find your 5th page, as that's locked behind the citizen's remains as well. To gain access to this area of the Digsite, you'll need partial completion of the Secrets of Inquisition mystery. You'll need pages 1, 2, 3, and 4. Additionally, you'll need a restored funerary urn of smoke, shadow, blood, and ice. If you've been following this guide, you'll have them at the ready. Start by using the urns to activate any statue in the cathedral, which only requires pages 1 and 2. Next, head over to the Inquisition HQ, which is shown on the map on screen now. Climb up the stairs and complete the drawer puzzle as seen on screen. Open drawers BC, E, M, T, UV, WX, and R. This will give you page number 5. Teleport back to the Centist and Digsite using the guild map, and then study the scaffolding for a special research mission. Send out your research team to complete this mission, and bam, you'll have the citizen remains unlocked as you can now pass the scaffolding. The rest of the mystery involves finding pages 6 and 7 from the citizen remains, and page 8 from the ministry remains if you haven't gotten it already. You complete this mystery by activating the statues in the cathedral with the following chat options. Option 3 for the northwest statue, and option 4 for the southeastern statue. You can then enter chamber and talk to Aurelius for the final page solving the mystery. Levels 68 to 69 will be heading back to the Infernal Source to train on Shakrov remains. Once you arrive here, which might be a little bit chaotic due to those portals and a bit annoying, make sure you restore 1 Chaos Star and add it to your tool belt as fast as you can to make the portal or transportation system here more consistent. This will allow you to more easily complete the mysteries here. Levels 69 to 70 Archaeology, we're going to go back to the Everlight dig site and train on the Dominion Games podium debris. While excavating here, be sure to save at least 1 Dominion torch and restore it, as you'll be using it to get inside the underwater cave in the Hallowed B mystery later down the line. At level 70, you can become an associate if you reach the following requirements. If so, go ahead and speak to Acting Guildmaster Reiniger. This qualification increases your research team's size and unlocks the option to buy a bunch of different upgrades, including the base archaeology outfit. Most importantly, you can now buy the auto screener, which when made at level 67 invention will turn your soil into materials. This is amazing when using porter charges, as it will stop your inventory from filling with materials, especially useful for AFKing and in spots with little to no material deposit cards. Starting from level 70 Archaeology, you gain access to a new dig site, being the Stormguard Citadel. Teleport here using the guild map and speak to the site manager called Gika. You'll start by excavating outside the portal until you get your first Ecovian garage. Restore it and add it to your toolbelt, which will allow you to go inside the Stormguard Citadel. Go inside and continue excavating. If you're lucky, you'll find the Boots of Flight, which you can add to your tool belt and then go over the ledges to complete the Leap of Faith mystery. By the way, you'll be leveling here until level 72 Archaeology. Levels 72 to 73 or 74 if you don't have Skaldron, which I'll be covering in just a second, you'll be excavating at the Oikoi Studio debris in the Everlight dig site. You'll be able to find pages for the Door of Babel mystery here, in addition to a buckler which you can use for a later mystery. For players that have actually completed some frozen floors, so dungeoneering in their life, and found Skaldron, you'll be able to access the Daemheim dig site at level 73 Archaeology. You're going to go here by using the map and speaking to the site manager, which is Skaldron. You're then going to start excavating until level 74 on the Castle Hall rubble. The rings you find here can be used to start a mystery at Skaldron by talking to him. Level 74 to 76 Archaeology, you're going to be training on Caradet Chapel debris at the Caradet dig site. By the way, you're also able to find pages for the Cult of Orcus mystery here. At level 76, you have two options. Either you're going to go ahead and dig at the gladiatorial goblin remains inside the Warforge, which is a new dig site, or digging at the Kesha Gear spots in the Stormguard Citadel, which you're going to need to go to anyways for the next mystery. Now, to get to the Keshik Memorial excavation spots, you're going to need to have the Boots of Flight, which you get from the level 70 spot inside the portal. If you're level 76, you're guaranteed to get the boots. Go ahead and grab the Wingsuit V1 from this location as seen on the map and restore it at an archaeologist's workbench. Then, of course, add it to your tool belt. Go to the ledge and leap off to start flying. Now, you're going to need to find 2 lightning conductors in 2 different locations, which is this spot, go down the rope, and this one, go down the rope, and it will be there as well. This will upgrade your suit to V2. Now, to complete this mystery, you're going to need to attempt to fly past some of these lightning posts, And that's that. Levels 77 to 78, you're going to return to the Daemonheim digsite and excavate at the tunneling equipment repository. You'll be able to find another ring here for the new home mystery. Level 78 to 81, you'll also be trading here if you have the Daemonheim site unlocked on the botanical reserves. At this location, you can find Yorgos pipe for the exact same mystery as the level 77 to 78 location. If for whatever reason you can't get access to the Daemonheim digsite because you've never done dungeoneering before, head back to the gladiatorial goblin remains inside the Warforge or the Keshigur at the Stormguard Citadel. Levels 81 to 83, you have 3 different options in terms of excavation spots in Caradet, the Warforge, and the Stormguard Citadel. Personally, I would go ahead and go with the one inside the Caradet digsite, as you have pylon batteries which will give you extra XP and the chance for the pylon to be active for even more XP. The level 81 Pontifex remains are located inside the chapel of Caradet and will require a restored Pontifex ring to pass the barrier. At level 83 Archaeology, you're going to head back to the Warforge and study the huge barricade blocking further access from this dig site. Excavating the barricade completely and going through will complete the mystery and give you access to the tunnels. At level 83 Archaeology, you can start the Into the Forge mystery by interacting with the northern door of the forge. After that, you can start to collect 11 different keys which you'll need to open up this section of the Warforge dig site. This is also a requirement to getting the Incamdo Mattock, something I've created a separate guide for linked below. These keys are obtained through different means and all the information you need is on screen now. This is straight from the wiki, and for an interactive map you can use the wiki link in the description down below. Levels 83 to 84 Archaeology, you're going to be training on the Goblin Dorm debris in the Warforge dig site. Levels 84 to 85 Archaeology, you're going to be training on the Oikos fishing remnants in the Everlight dig site. This place has a chance to give you pages for the Door of Babel mystery. Levels 85 to 86 are going to be excavating the weapons research debris on the Stormguard Citadel. If you haven't already, I highly recommend activating the portal here by using 20 unnoted quintessence. This will allow you to get back far more easily. Levels 86 to 87 or 89, if you don't have the Daemonheim dig site, you're going to be excavating the Orcus altar inside the Caradet Chapel. At this point, I hope I don't need to remind you that you need that Pontifex ring in your tool belt to access the chapel. Levels 87 to 89, you're going to be excavating the communal space inside the Daemonheim dig site. Make sure you restore and add one of those friendship bracelet artifacts to your tool belt in this level range, as you need it for the deeper spot later down the line. At level 89 to 90, you have 2 different options, although I'm going to go ahead and recommend you do the big High War God Shrine excavation spots inside the Warforge, as these have a material cart located nearby. You actually have a chance to find a single page here, and after speaking to Zanuck afterwards, you'll complete the Forge War mystery. At level 90 Archaeology, you unlock the Professor qualification if you meet the following requirements. Additionally, you can upgrade your Cosmic Focus to a Cosmic Accumulator if you've completed the Desperate Measures quest. Head over to the No Dawn Praetorium dig site using the Anachronia Agility course. Uncover the soil for a ceremonial Dragonkin device and Dragonkin tablet. Restore the 2 artifacts and then bring them to Giles at the Anachronia base camp. He will then give you a Cosmic Pyramid, which you can add to your Cosmic Focus to turn it into the Accumulator. Upon reaching level 90 Archaeology, you gain access to a new dig site, being the Orthen dig site located on Anachronia Island. Other than the Archaeology level requirement, you do need to have the Anachronia base camp unlocked to have access to this dig site. Upon teleporting there, speak to the site manager, being Mr. Mordout. Next, we're going to head to the level 90 location, being the Crypt of Uranus. Before going inside into the actual dig site, go ahead and activate the teleporter by clicking on it. This will also give you access to the Incomplete Portal Network 1 research mission. Doing this research mission will unlock the ability to repair a portal further down the progression line of the Orthen dig site. So go ahead and get that started. Now let's actually get started by excavating the Varanusor remains. This spot will give you pages for the Cryptozoology mystery. Now you might notice that unique to the Orthen dig site, you obtain Rex skeleton fragments and occasionally potion recipe parts. Those Rex fragments can be used on the Rex skeleton at the Anachronia base camp for extra archaeology experience. Every time that skeleton is completed, and this is something other players can contribute to, you'll gain 25% more excavation experience during the Osseous Roar buff. Other players, of course, also benefit from this buff. After completing the Incomplete Portal Network 1 research mission, you should head over to the second Orthen dig site location, being the Observation Outpost. Make sure you bring 20 unnoted Ancient Viz to activate the location's teleporter. This will also require level 70 rune crafting. After this, you'll be able to start the next incomplete portal network research mission, by the way. Enter the dig site and interact with the Dragonkin pylon. You will have to enter 3 codes in the forms of numbered symbols to progress the mystery. When I say that the first code is 315, I mean that the symbols numbers from left to right are symbol 3, 1, and 5. Hover your mouse over the symbols to see what number the symbol is. The solutions are 315, 414, and 167. After filling the codes, inspect the strange device in your inventory to start a cutscene. Next, head over to the Moksha ritual site. Click the statue and then enter the following chat options: Shah, Kra, Lif, Cab. After this, you're going to need to cycle the symbols just like you did last time. The solutions are 516, 418, 514. This will then unlock the third Orthen dig site location. After the Incomplete Portal Network 2 mission has completed, you can repair the teleporter here using 20 unnoted Orthen glass. Similarly, you can now start the Incomplete Portal Network 3 research mission to unlock the 4th teleporter's location. The 4th location, so Zolo City, can be repaired using 20 quintessence after its completion without further mystery progress. Levels 91 to 92 Archaeology head back to the Stormguard Citadel and train on the Gravitron research debris. Alternatively, you can stick to the level 90 Orthen dig site location if you wish. Levels 92 to 93 Archaeology, you're going to be training at the Everlight dig site on the Acropolis debris. This spot has a chance to give you pages for the Epic of Hebe mystery. Levels 93 to 94, you're going to return to the Carrot dig site and dig at the Armarium debris. Levels 94 to 95 Archaeology, you're going to return to the Warforge to dig at the Ubiusk animal pen. This spot has a chance to give you pages for the first Commander mystery. Levels 95 to 96 Archaeology, you're going to be digging at the Keshik Tower debris. Once you get yourself a Stormguard Garage, go ahead and restore it and add it to your tool belt, as you're going to need it for the Howls Floating Workshop mystery. This is the only way Iron Man players are able to unlock Ancient Invention, and it's required for some high level spots as well. At level 95 Archaeology, you can unlock another area of the Stormguard Citadel through the Howls Floating Workshop mystery. This mystery requires that Stormguard Garage and the Wingsuit V3. Similar to how you got your tier 2 wingsuit, you're going to need to find 2 Graviton repulsors located in 2 different islands to upgrade to tier 3. With your V3 wingsuit and a Stormguard Garage in your tool belt, you can interact with the gravitational cord in the center of the dig site to get to the floating workshop. If you want to actually complete the mystery, you'll need to study the drafting bench and then send out your research team to do the back to the drawing board mission. After that, go back to the workshop once more and click on the bench to complete the mystery. At level 96 Archaeology, return to the Orphan Crypt for a single level and start excavating the Dragonkin reliquary hotspots. This spot also has a chance to give you pages for the Cryptozoology mystery. At level 97 Archaeology, return to the Warforge for a single level and start excavating at the Goblin trainee remains. At level 98, you have 2 options to get to level 99, either the Bizarov remains in the Infernal Source or the Destroyed Golem at the Stormguard Citadel. I would personally go for the Destroyed Golem spot at the Stormguard Citadel because you have a chance to find pages for the A Study in Aether mystery. Once you hit level 99 Archaeology, you'll be able to buy a skill cape with an incredibly useful perk from Guildmaster Reiniger. Additionally, if you meet the requirements, you'll be able to become a Guildmaster and unlock the final tier of Guild Shop rewards, including the Master Archaeology outfit and the shard needed to get the Mattock of Time and Space. I personally stuck with the Incamda one all the way to 120 because it's so expensive, but it's definitely better. If you have the money, get it. If I were to get one upgrade first using Chronodes, it would absolutely be the Master Archaeology outfit for all the bonuses it has, including teleports to collectors, dig sites, higher archaeology rates, and more. Levels 99 to 100 Archaeology, you're going to be training at the Orphan dig site on the Dragonkin coffin. If you haven't bought the skill cape already, make sure you do. Levels 100 to 101 Archaeology, you're going to be trading on the Culinarum debris. This spot is located in the main fortress section of the Carrot dig site. Now at level 101, you gain access to a very interesting collection log and training method for Archaeology you're going to be doing all the way up to level 113. Let me explain. The observation outpost has a level 101 and level 102 dig spots. By camping these 2 spots all the way until level 113, you can continuously complete the Dragonkin 2 collection log without really leaving the spot until you run out of porter charges, of course. The reason the Dragonkin 2 collection log is so good XP-wise is that it has a repeatable reward of 75 Rex skeleton fragments, which you can hand in at the base camp for chunks of experience. If you hand in these fragments in large sums, above 100, you will gain 20% more experience per fragment. As seen on screen, this actually makes it so that you're gaining the equivalent of a high-level artifact's XP per artifact, as each artifact is effectively worth 18.75 Rex fragments just from completing the collection log alone. This is excluding all the XP you get from the random fragment you find while digging here anyway. This is by far one of the most relaxed parts of the archaeology grind. You're just going to be sitting here all the time. Now, of course, if that sounds boring to you or you want to get more collection logs completed and mysteries, go ahead and do the other stuff level by level. That's up to you, but this is faster. At level 103 Archaeology and level 95 Dungeoneering, you can unlock the Warp Depth section of the Daemon Digsite. All you need is the Restored Friendship Bracelet from the level 87 spot, and you're going to need to have to complete the On the Threshold of the Mine research mission. You gain access to the special research by investigating this door. If you want 100% completion of that dig site, go ahead and check the guide linked below. At level 105 Archaeology, you can gain access to the underwater cave section of the Everlight dig site. Bring a restored Dominion torch and light it on the sconce to get inside. This is part of the Hallowed B mystery. While I did suggest to do the Dragonkin 2 collection log until level 113, you are going to need to complete another mystery to continue training. This mystery can be started at level 108 Archaeology called Fragmented Memories. This does require the previous mystery called Know Thy Measure, and I highly suggest activating the teleporter to the Moksha site if you haven't already. This mystery requires a small fishing net, a rope, and both a single restored singing bowl from the level 106 spot and a master control from the level 108 spot. You're also able to obtain a damaged master control from completing the Research Mind Your Head special research mission after studying the central platform. But this is of course time gated. Finally, you'll need a single restored lingam stone to open the door to the Zolo City dig site after the mystery, but you won't actually need it for this mystery. With both the restored artifacts ready, use the master control on the central platform. You're now going to need to complete 3 different puzzles. The puzzles are fairly simple. All you need to do is have the bars match the red line. You can do this by increasing or decreasing the bars by increasing or decreasing the amount of points. You do this by rotating the runes around. Outer runes give you a single point, middle runes give you 2 points, and the center rune will give you 3 points, and thus increase the bar size the most. If you want to do this without thinking too much, simply use my solutions. Here are the solutions to the first puzzle. Here are the solutions to the second puzzle. And finally, the solution to the third puzzle. After this section of the mystery, head south to the yellow salamanders and catch one using that fishing net. You trap a yellow salamander by using a small fishing net and a rope on those young trees. Next, go back to the Moksha ritual site and investigate the central platform, aka the Moksha device, with that salamander in your inventory. After a bunch of dialogue, that will complete the mystery, and you can now gain access to the Zolo City. To gain access to that Zolo City, head over there and use a restored lingam stone on the door. You're able to activate the teleport here using 20 quintessence after the Incomplete Portal Network 3 research mission. Levels 113 to 114 Archaeology, you're going to be training at the Zolo dig site. If you haven't completed the mystery I just covered, go ahead and complete that mystery before you gain access to this dig site. Easy ways of getting there include using the teleportation system, although if you haven't unlocked the teleporter yet, you can also use the Skillcape teleport to Ikea Grill, aka Laniakia, to get there quickly too. These Zolo mine spots give you pages for the I Am Become Death mystery. One of the most popular methods to get level 120 Archaeology is to excavate the Zerosian 4 collection log over and over in the Cadet Praetorium. The reason being is simple. You have a chance to get Inquisitor staff pieces while digging here, and you gain pylon batteries for additional XP as you excavate here. Additionally, for completing the Zerosian 4 log at Soram for the first time, you'll gain a free Inquisitor staff piece worth a good chunk of money. Repeating this collection log will reward you 100 pylon batteries every single time, which will make trading here extra efficient. Gaining permanent access to the Praetorium site requires the Light and Shadow achievement. The achievement consists of lighting all 8 shadow anchors, which require 10 pylon batteries each. Here's a map for 8 shadow anchors. First time access requires you to use the war table located in the center of the fort. From that point on, you'll be able to quickly go inside from the fort entrance. By the way, it's worth noting that at level 114 Archaeology, and this is boostable, you can complete the Saradomin 4 log to gain the Inspire Effort relic power. This will give you 2% additional archaeology experience when active. It's also worth noting that you can get yourself 650 monolith energy by boosting starting from level 112. A guide for this will be linked below. An alternative way of getting to 120 is by completing the Red Rum Relics 3 log over and over in the Warforged. You can start doing this from level 115, and as you level you'll be able to complete the collection log. The reason for camping this collection log is for Tetracompass pieces. While training Archaeology, you already have a chance to find Tetracompass pieces, but this log will give you more and far more quickly. When combined and charged at the monolith, these turn into clue-like content. Finding the correct spot to dig will reward you with materials, artifacts, boosts, and complete tomes that provide XP when studied one floor up at the Archaeology Guild. Now, before you can dig in Bandos' Sanctum though, you'll need to complete the You Have Chosen mystery. You Have Chosen requires partial completion of the first Commander mystery and 2 special research missions to be completed, namely being the Power Behind the Throne, obtained by studying the Bandos Throne and the digsite, and Too Many Bones, obtained by studying the Animal Skull. Locations for both of these interactables are on screen now. Item-wise, you'll need a restored level 100 Forged in Wool Sculpture and the level 100 Dorgashin Spear. Interact with the throne to place the Forged in Wool Sculpture, then attempt to press the hidden switch. This will knock you back. Go back up to Zanuck and speak about the mystery. Speak to Zanuck again to give Zanuck the spear. Then speak to Zanuck a 3rd time and ask Zanuck about the You Have Chosen mystery. Then choose option yes to play a cutscene. If this doesn't work, you don't have the Hobgoblin and First Chosen pages from the first Commander mystery. After the cutscene is finished, the Bandos Sanctum digsite location has been opened. An alternative way to train Archaeology is to use Archaeology skill training dummies obtained from Treasure Hunter and events. Due to the way Archaeology works, I would suggest keeping these for the high levels after the Guildmaster qualification, as they not only provide more XP per limited dummy that way, but there's also less mysteries and important things such as collection logs or qualifications you'll miss out on. You've now come to the end of this guide and are able to buy the 120 Master Skillcape. This guide isn't a 100% Archaeology completion guide, as you don't need full completion to get to level 120 quickly. You'll likely have many open collection logs and mysteries to complete, and at level 120 it's significantly easier to tick these off if that's your thing. If you haven't gotten the maximum amount of monolith energy just yet, which is 650, be sure to check out the guide linked below. There's a good reason I suggested the wiki for certain bits in this guide, as you'll find it of great use till full completion. Best of luck. If this guide helped you out, be sure to subscribe and leave a like down below. Catch you guys in the next one. Peace.